I had a weird thought the other day while replaying Portal 2. Imagine standing on the edge of a test chamber, scanning the whole room, refusing to place even a single portal until you figured out every last step of the puzzle in your head. Dumb strategy, right? You'll never figure it all out until you get started. Yeah. It suddenly hit me, that's exactly how we approach real life. Big decisions, dreams, change. We try to plan out our way out of the chamber before we've even stepped inside. But Portal 2 accidentally teaches a different lesson, one that no one really talks about, that action, not planning, is what actually leads to breakthroughs. Okay, there's the button, there's the cube, there's the door, there's a turret, a light bridge, and some weird angled panel that probably launches me through the air if I hit it right. If I put a portal there and then another there, maybe I drop through this and I grab the cube midair and... Wait, no, that won't work because not until the door's already open. Oh, forget it. Let's just shoot a portal and... Oh! We treat life like one giant portal level, except we refuse to step into the chamber. We want to know how to do the whole thing perfectly before we make a move. We want to know what our major should be, what job it'll lead to, how fulfilled we'll feel 10 years from now, and whether we'll still have time for hobbies and travel and meaningful friendships. We want to change our lives socially, professionally, creatively, but we stand just outside the test chamber, frozen, waiting until we figured it all out. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but only after finding the perfect niche and building the perfect brand, mastering editing, writing 30 scripts, pre-visualizing a 1 million subscriber play button on the wall. But here's the thing, you can't figure it out from the observation deck, because real answers, they only show up after you start moving. That's how Portal works, that's how life works. You walk in, you place a portal, you fall into the toxic goo, you respawn. You respawn! You don't lose the game, and then you laugh at yourself and try again. And suddenly that angled panel makes sense. That button you thought was useless, it turns out it's the key. The idea you never would have had while standing still appears once you get into motion, just like magic. Or more accurately, perhaps, like feedback. Because action gives you feedback. Feedback gives you direction, and direction gives you progress. Not reckless, chaotic action. I'm not saying sprint head first into the darkness and just hope for the best. I'm saying playful action. Intentional experiments. The kind that says, I don't know if this is right, but I'm gonna try it and just see what happens. Turns out, you don't find the answer by planning. You find it by moving. And I know that's scary, especially for the big stuff. Picking a major, starting a big project, changing something deep in your life. We tell ourselves the stakes are too high to risk it. So we wait, we plan more. But the truth is, planning only gets you so far. It's like trying to beat a portal level with a whiteboard and no portals. At some point, you'd have to just try something. Maybe that means taking one class that sounds interesting and seeing how it feels. Maybe it means uploading one video, even if it sucks. Maybe it means going to one event, talking to one person, reaching out once, even if it's awkward. That's you stepping into the chamber. And yeah, you might fail. You probably will. But you'll learn more from one misstep than you ever will from 1,000 perfect plans. That's the Portal 2 principle. And honestly, most of the time your perfect plan wouldn't have worked anyway, because it was based on guesses, assumptions, perhaps some fear. But once you're in motion, once you're reacting to the real layout of the room, you start to see the real path. And maybe it's not the one you imagined, but it's yours. So if you're stuck right now, frozen in planning mode, I guess take this video as your sign. Don't worry about escaping the entire level, just place the first portal. Step into the chamber, try something dumb, learn, pivot, grow. Because the answer isn't out there on the sidelines. It's not in your head, it's not in your journal, your notes. It's inside the chamber. That's where progress happens, that's where direction shows up, and that's how you win, I think.